9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live on Fox 45, this is Dayton 24/7 Now News.
And everybody thought...
We begin this morning with breaking news right now out of Columbus.
It does. It looks like we have 2 new employees.
Good morning and welcome in. I'm Elyse.
And I'm Nathan Edwards. You can see here we have live team coverage, pictures coming out of Minneapolis this morning. And also Bryn Caswell. She is live in Columbus where we had our own riots right here in the Buckeye State overnight. She's been there all night long and continues to cover it for us this morning. And Bryn, what does it look like there in the state capitol this morning?
Cue, Bryn.
You know what, I'm going to start by this and then I'll let you go down there.
Last night, as the sun started to rise, we really were able to get a better look at the damages that were caused last night. Now here is a look at the Fifth Third building.
Good morning. We're just north of the 3rd precinct here. It's 28th,
Elyse, what's up?
28th
I can't hear you though.
Avenue, and tell you what, a very busy morning still, and it's just...
What's up?
Another beloved part of Columbus was also destroyed last night.
Yeah, that's the one.
All the windows, almost all the windows on this.
As well as is a building across the street from me, an advertising agency. Down the street here, you see the National Guard.
You can click, you know what, you can click out of that. No, on Project Hill, you can click out of it. Because I won't need it for a while.
Around this area for safety. In fact, a couple blocks from here, so the guard block.
Go to that Twitter page. Oh no, it was that one. Okay.
Season was cut short due to COVID-19. So, also, some precautionary things are being done. As you can see, the State House here, it was raided by the protesters. Well, it was attempted to be raided by the protesters. They ended up getting pushed back out, but you can see these boards of have been placed up all around every single window at the State House in efforts to protect it if this were to happen again later today, later tonight, or later this weekend. So we'll continue bringing you guys the latest as cleanup efforts continue downtown here in Columbus. Back to you guys.
Okay, Elyse.
And right now we want to give you a live look.
All right, you're clear. See you at 8:30.
Live at a reporter who is waiting to give an update as soon as possible, but also you can see the state police lined up behind her. This is where the initial incident occurred. At least one person has been killed overnight, though. Multiple fires burning across the city at businesses as police have been using tear gas and flashbang fireworks trying to disperse crowds, which have been gathering for the past several days. You can see some of those fires still burning in those businesses right now at this hour. Hundreds of protesters in the streets expressing their anger and frustration about the police killing a Floyd who was unarmed. Several stores have also been reportedly broken into, and also I know Kristen from the Breaking News Desk Center at home has been following this developing situation for us. She's going to have an update for us though in just a few moments as well. But overnight, as you were sleeping, President Donald Trump took to Twitter to speak out about the violence. He says, quote, "I can't stand back and watch this happen to great American city Minneapolis. A total lack of leadership. Either the very weak radical left
30 through 35 will die.
Act together and bring the city under control, or I will send in the National Guard and get the job done right." That tweet then goes on to say, "These thugs are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd, and I won't let that happen. Just spoke to Governor Tim Walz and told him that the military is with him all the way. Any difficulty and we will soon control. But when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Thank you." And actually, just this morning, that tweet, that very last tweet, was flagged by Twitter this morning as well. And we do have an update at some point that the president did tweet about that this morning as well. And we're going to continue to follow this very developing story for you and bring you any updates on social media. Follow us at Dayton 24/7 Now on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter.
Adrianna.
Good morning, everybody. Your time right now is 8:09, and we're waking up to some cloudy skies out there, but it's still pretty warm, still above average for this time.
33, 35 is dead.
And storms on the horizon, though. All the details coming up here in just a few on when you can expect their arrival.
Elyse. Q.
The Red Cross is called in after a fire in Vandalia at an apartment complex there. Firefighters were called to Imperial Court around 3 o'clock this morning. When they got there, there was flames coming from a lower-level apartment. Now, people inside that apartment building were able to make it out safely with the help from police. Red Cross is now helping about 30 of those residents find housing this morning. Investigators are right now trying to figure out exactly what started that fire.
Cue Nathan.
We're following breaking news out of Dayton this morning. Dayton police are now searching for a shooting suspect after a man is killed. Now you're taking a look at the scene along Bowen Street just last night. Police got reports of shots fired. After 7:30 when they arrived, they found a victim in serious condition. He was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. That victim's identity has not yet been released, and it is unclear what led up to the shooting or who may have pulled the trigger. Anyone with information is asked to call Dayton Police at 333-COPS.
Elyse.
All right.
We are continuing to track the very latest in the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. This morning, Governor Mike DeWine laying out new guidelines for visitations at long-term care facilities, outdoor visitations at assisted living facilities.
Hey Nathan, for the teas, we're gonna take that live shot of that reporter.
However, this does not include nursing homes. Now, the governor says he is instituting the change in part because of new testing efforts statewide. He says because every facility is different, each can come up with how to best implement visitation policies. But he is required that they screen visitors for COVID symptoms, schedule hours and time limits for visits, wear masks, and practice social distancing. Governor DeWine has not released a date for when nursing home outdoor visitations can begin, but many we spoke to are eagerly waiting.
Sounds up.
We were here every night seeing him. I can't put into words how hard it is not to see him on a daily basis.
Cue Elyse.
The Ohio Healthcare Association is helping develop these guidelines and recommended opening assisted living and IFCs before nursing homes. The association's executive director says one reason is to use this first step to learn how to safely allow visitors.
Sounds up.
Those precautions that are being built in are effective before we go with a population that is more vulnerable.
Cue.
The Ohio Healthcare Association is suggesting the same regulations for nursing homes. They think it could be a couple of months though until visitations can resume at those facilities.
Cue Nathan.
Now we want to take a look at the latest numbers for the coronavirus right here in the Miami Valley as they come into our newsroom this morning. 20 new cases and 1 additional death have been reported in Montgomery County. In Dark County, there were 6 new cases and 2 new deaths. 2 people have also died in Mercer County, and in Shelby County, 1 more person has died. Now down in Warren County, there are 7 new cases. Clark and Greene counties are reporting 3 new COVID-19 cases apiece, and 2 new cases are being reported in Preble County. Finally, 1 new case has been reported in both Auglaize and Miami counties. And the state's total number of cases has almost eclipsed 34,000 more. Than 5,800 of those cases have led to hospitalizations. More than 1,500 cases have led to ICU admissions, and 2,098 people have now died.
3.
Our time now 8:09. Don't forget you can get your headlines scoring right now at the bottom of your screen and weather right here on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials. An update now from Japan, where COVID-19 cases stand as this hour as they enter a new phase of reopening. And you're taking a live look at Minneapolis this morning. Right behind the reporter there, you see state police lined up in riot gear. The building behind her in flames. Total chaos in Minnesota this morning. We're going to continue to cover it live and late breaking for you this morning. You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
Standby Master coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Take a break.
$11.26.
11:21. All right, starting with you this block.
One minute.
1 away.
30.
30. Oh, wrong person. 30.
$15.
15. Stand by, Kristen. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cue.
Breaking news coming into our newsroom right now. We've been following this story for you for about the last hour. Tensions mount during ongoing protests in Minneapolis. One of the biggest things that happened this morning, a CNN reporter, Omar Jimenez, and his crew were arrested. So here's a look at what was going on this morning. It all happened on live TV. Right near where a police precinct building was set.
This super's blank, but I'm not taking it.
Was released just about 20 minutes ago, along with his crew, and detailed that account on CNN.
I don't know. Ask Kristen.
During that broadcast, that there was a dispute about where they were allowed to stand during a report, and an officer then was ordered to take them into custody. Now, as I mentioned, that crew has been released. Jimenez saying all the officers were cordial in his release. Now, this comes after the third straight night of protests in Minneapolis in response to the death of George Floyd. That happened in police custody on Monday.
Cue Adrianna.
Good morning, everybody. Your time right now is 8:12, and it's time to meet our dog of the day. Today, our dog of the day's name is Willow, who was sent in to us from Ron and Pat in Eaton. And if you're looking to get the dogs out for a walk, or maybe just looking to get outside for yourself, we're tracking rain, but that doesn't arrive until about lunchtime, a little more widespread for us at that point. So by the end of the day today, we'll end up seeing thunderstorms until about 5, and then by 6, we'll dry out a little bit more. We actually may stay in the mid to upper 70s, or mid to upper 60s and low 70s by the end of the day today too. So widespread thunderstorms take over right around lunchtime, and then by the end of the weekend, we're tracking clear skies, much cooler air in the forecast for us. So definitely just something to be excited for this weekend. We will have some cooler air, although we will see the sun. So there is a little bit of that positive note there. And then showers return midweek next week. And if you want to see your dog featured as the dog of the day, it's really easy to do. All you need to do is download our Dayton 24/7 Now app, click on Explore, press Chime In, and we'll feature your dog as our next dog of the day.
Kristen?
Good morning. Keeping an eye on traffic for a Friday. Pretty easy as you leave today. We haven't had too much going on, but we did have a new crash come into the traffic center here that I will get to you in just a second. First, I want to show you traffic flow 75 by Bench was clear. So pretty busy area, not much going on. The crash itself is on 35 right by Steve Whalen. You can see that just coming in on our maps here. Doesn't look like it's causing
all right, stand by Nathan.
That is westbound.
Cue Nathan.
Japan's reported 63 new coronavirus cases Thursday. Now, it's the highest number of daily infections in more than 2 weeks. The new cases bring the total number of known infections to more than 17,000, including 887 deaths. 1/3 of new cases were reported in the southern city of Kitayashu. Tokyo has also reported 15 to 63 new cases, bringing its total to nearly 5,200 and a total of 299 deaths.
Stand
the cases come as
by,
Tokyo announces
Elyse.
phase 2 of its reopening. Monday, schools, gyms, theaters, and shops can reopen.
Cue Elyse.
The Bureau of Prisons has ordered Roger Stone to report to prison by June 30th. A longtime friend of President Trump and political advisor says he plans to challenge that date as he appeals his conviction. Stone was sentenced to 40 months for lying to Congress and witness intimidation as part of the Russia investigation. He has been living in his Florida home since his arrest in early 2019. It is not yet known what prison Stone
Stand by,
will
Elyse.
report to.
Cue.
Our time right now is 8:15. A man charged with murder now facing new legal troubles, while Victor Santana is now facing a lawsuit. You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
Stand by, Master, coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Take your break.